Oh, say, can you see? Thing Francis Scott Key caught. A flag rushed by the ghost of hope. The clouds were a deep pink, for the British set the sky on fire the night before. But the fortitude of Baltimore didn't sink. Frank dipped his love in ink, and by the dawn's early light, he writes, we sing. The ships recede, surrender to the lapping rhythm of the sea. Defeat. The deep blue waves sent the Brit away, but brought the slave. The beat of African home-speak chiefs and tribes, now the beat of chained, choked, forced feet. The heat of backs whipped open, throbbing reminders of hopelessness. Michael, row the boat ashore, they sang. Row and repeat and find pace and take us far away. Oh, say, can you hear? From a stretched plantation, one hoarse voice from the void woods, another lone voice from the cotton bay, and another lone voice from the wheelbarrow. Voices join in unison for the power to carry on. Swing low, sweet chariot, swoop in, sweep us from this hellish hole and fly us to that heavenly place. Either we synchronize because we're alive, or we're alive because we synchronize. 1865, the beat of snare skins and sticks beckon torn hands to cling to life, to grip tightly onto the meaning of the fight, to grip trigger like a vice, to march into a snarling horizon dotted with the silhouettes of the Confederacy. For verily in your rhythm you know this is right. The beat of snare skins and sticks steadied shivering soldiers, made a bonfire out of candlelight bravery, made the body of an army bolder. And now Negro spirituals rode freedom front seat with the window down, for the bonds on the black skin broke. That beat was an errand. Any air it chose, that spirit flew to the new north and south, expounded by the guitar and mouth. The undermined found dopamine on the 6-string box. Pastors preached Christ through call and response. Heavy-set gospel chorus bled from doors left agape. Sisters let all sorts of soliloquies escape. The beat, the spirit. Things got good about 2:30. Things got muddy too, so roll your pants up. Past comfort, you were baptized in the Mississippi scream once you heard how the horns paint the night, how stomps loosed the plank platform over the river while the black and tan clap and cry. The beat, the spirit, possessed Scott Joplin. The beat, the spirit, unveiled the progression 1-4-5-7 to W.C. Handy and his band, and the blues became. All the while, Liberty's bell chimed a new beginning for the men and the women whom by droves came to call the East Coast home, who never failed to salute the stars, the stripes, and Liberty's statue. Irving Berlin, and God bless America. Jerry Lieber, Mike Stoller went searching for the beat. Cotton Club Harlem, where the beat sat secret. The beat was passionate there and therefore indecent. The spirit danced to the beat and feet tapped into hysteria on that caged plantation stage. There were liberated shoes. But written freedom didn't mirror real life. The New South kept the spirit out by declaring color unequal. It buried the bone, the beat Lieber and Stoller sought, so they dug about black clubs to talk to blues gods for thought, and they wrote Hound Dog for Big Mama Thornton, who was larger than life, larger than social confines. She wore large men's clothing, she was also large, but Elvis Presley took her beat, never tipped his hat, belittled the force and said, "You ain't no friend of mine." Liberated feet hysteria claimed victims here and there. Bojangles, the Nicholas brothers, Fred Astaire, who took the beat but honored the baton and the holder before. In Muscle Shoals, Alabama, an Arthur Alexander sang Anna. But the beat couldn't remain in constraint within borders. Alexander inspired the Beatles and the Rolling Stones over yonder. The 60s came and the young disposable pockets lost their brains. After feet hysteria faded, it was traded in for flower power, experience and experiment. Those specters, pretenders, put up a facade of sound while the country of the brave was soon to be run by a coward. The beat and the spirit held a meet-up in Detroit. The beat commanded Sergeant Groove and the spirit took charge of the voice. Gladys Knight recognized a boy who fronted the Jackson 5, Michael, and history would never be the same as it was before he was alive. Gordy and Gay shaped the Motown sound like clay, but civil unrest cracked that cling-wrapped ideal and Black power harnessed the beat to heal. And now that coward started a war on drugs. It's what can only, honestly, be viewed as a chance to stifle the beat that came from the furthest man down, the boot that stepped from the highest man up, the right who thought it was time that the beat had peaked. Graffitied cars and ghetto streets. Disco sheltered the beat with the outcast. Kids unearthed the work of American masters, placed the magic on turntables and scratched it. This is your megaphone, now talk. Make way for hip-hop. Young disposable pockets lost their brains. Young disposable pockets searched for Seattle's nirvana. Raged against the marginalization, praised the NWA from Compton. MTV made sexuality a star. Women trapped behind objectification and rap bars. Cash rules everything around me. Binary caused the record company collapse and it crashed hard. Binary made the beat replicate via rabid neurosis and viral MP3. The dying whine of a dial-up. Oops, P2P, did it again. Bye 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 to the 33 and CD. LOL, AOL. And the rest is questionable.